Hi, I'm Tati, and it's the Reading Rush. So, welcome to my Reading Rush vlog for 2020. And it is 10 minutes until midnight on the first day of the Reading Rush, which is why I have no makeup on and I'm wearing my pajamas. But I thought it would be fun to start this vlog off at midnight or a little bit before midnight of the Reading Rush. So that's what we're doing. I do plan to start reading at midnight. However, I've realized that I haven't picked what book I'm going to start with. I do think I have every book. I'm going to see which one is the shortest because I want to save that one as my read outside book. My other ones are The Stars We Steal, 400 pages. People Like Us, which is 378 pages. The book that won my poll for challenge number 6 was Little Fires Everywhere. I got, I want to say like 7 votes on Twitter for it. I got a couple of comments on Tumblr recommending Little Fires Everywhere. So that's the one I'm doing. I also got a couple of votes on Twitter for Gone Girl and one for Final Girls, and then both of the comments on my TBR video recommended Final Girls. Little Fires Everywhere, which is 368 pages. And then Again But Better, 373. And Jane Eyre is 532 pages. So it's not going to be that one. So I guess I'm going to be reading Little Fires Everywhere outside. Either way, I think tonight or this morning, if you count midnight as the morning, I will probably start reading The Stars We Steal. Because we are still in the middle of a pandemic, it was hard for me to get, it's sort of like impossible for me to get physical copies of books right now that I don't already own. So I am heavily using my library's ebook system for this readathon. So this is going to be the Jane Eyre audiobook, and I'll borrow it right now. And then here is the rest of my TBR, all rented right here. I'm really excited actually to read all of these, especially Little Fires Everywhere. I've heard is really good. The Stars We Steal, I'm really excited by the premise. I'm gonna start with that one. And Again But Better, I really need to finish that one. So it is finally midnight, so it's officially the start of the Reading Rush. I'm going to stop filming and start reading The Stars We Steal, and I will update you guys in the morning because I don't plan to stay up all night reading. I'm just going to read until I fall asleep, and then I will see you guys when I wake up and update you and let you know what's going on. And I do have some fun stuff planned for this week. I'm trying to make this Reading Rush as fun as I possibly can. So yeah, I will see you in the morning. Hi! So, it is already 11:21 on day 1. And I'm sorry this is the first real update I've been able to give you. But even with the Reading Rush, there's still other things to do. But look, I look prettier now. I have my makeup done and I have an outfit. So since yesterday, let's start off with a quick recap of what I've read. So starting at midnight, so within the Reading Rush, I read a couple chapters of The Stars We Steal until I just was reading until I literally fell asleep. So it's like 1 or 2 chapters in. Already, I'm really liking it. And I do think it is Persuasion, if I'm correct. I hope I'm right about that. It seems very similar. So I think it's a retelling of Persuasion or an adaptation of Persuasion. I don't know how you would put it. And I'm really liking it so far, and I've just started. So that's exciting. I also, because I had some chores to do this morning and I have some more to do today, so it'll probably be the same story, but I did also start listening to Jane Eyre. I'm about an hour and 45 minutes through. Barely a dent, but that's also interesting. I think I may have started listening to or reading Jane Eyre before, because the first couple of chapters were really familiar to me, like I had read them before, but I'm sure that I haven't read the book all the way through. I think during the Vaultathon I tried to start reading it, and I just didn't get through it. I think that's what happened. Because I don't remember even starting reading the book, but the first couple chapters were really familiar, so I must have. Anyway, looking forward to continuing to listen to that. The Instagram challenges, I haven't even thought about what I'm doing for the Instagram challenge today. So the Instagram challenge for today is recreate a book cover. And I don't know what to do for that. Like, the Stars We Steal wouldn't be that hard to recreate if I had a golden flower. But I do not have a golden flower or a flower I could paint gold. I don't have any fake flowers. So that's still an option. I might be able to find something around the house to make do with. However, what are my other options? Maybe I could do something with that. Do I want to play with fire? I don't know. How am I going to recreate a book cover? Yeah, lots of people are doing it with their clothes. And it's one of the other challenges to match your outfit to it. Cosplay your book character. That is going to be when I dress up like the girl on the cover of Again But Better, probably. So for today, I'm going to try and recreate the cover of The Stars We Steal. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. I had an idea. What if I make it out of food? Like, what if I do like a white chocolate flower? Maybe I can make a cookie. So, I'm not usually a baker. However, since being in quarantine, I've started like going crazy baking every day. And I'm having fun doing it, and I can listen to audiobooks when I bake, and I've been doing that as well. So there may be some baking in this vlog, and there will be baking videos. Like, as much as I can mix books and baking, I'm going to try to, and there are going to be videos about that coming up on my channel. So if that's something you're interested in, subscribe and stay tuned, because that's coming up. Let's go bake cookies. Let's go do it right now. Hello, and welcome to the kitchen. So, I've decided some things. I know which kind of cookies I'm gonna make and how I'm gonna do it. So let's do it. Okay, so you know those soft frosted sugar cookies you can buy in the grocery store? I've been wanting to try making those for a while now. So that's what I'm gonna do today. And the only thing I'm gonna change is, instead of cutting them into a circle, I'm going to cut them into square or rectangle shape so it looks more like a book cover. And then I'll decorate it to look like a book cover, hopefully. But we'll see how it goes.
What had passed between me and Mrs. Reed, but on second thoughts, play with portions of something, and you know what, arranged down, and a picture. And to these succeeded a protracted reading of chapters in the Bible, which lasted an hour, guided at the other. Some tea for the teachers, and the meal began. Ravenous, an air of oddity, even to the prettiest. And this is called an institution for educating all.
Alright, so it is now currently just after 11 p.m. and that is why I am in my pajamas. It's been a while since I last updated you, but after the cookies were done, I literally didn't have any time to read. We ate dinner and there was family time, and I watched some K-drama with my sisters. We're currently watching The Inheritors. or The Heirs on Netflix. I'm rewatching it and I'm making them watch it. So that's fun. But yeah, when it comes to reading, how much of this audiobook have I listened to? Because that's all that's changed from this morning when I updated you. So I'm about 7 hours into Jane Eyre, and I am listening to it at 2 times speed, which is how I got 7 hours in one day. So yeah, I got a good chunk of the way through. I am enjoying it so far. And I do plan to continue listening to it throughout the readathon, but I would like to read some of my other books as well, which I didn't get to do today. So right now, I am 9% of the way through The Stars We Steal, about 9%, and so I'm going to keep reading it. Bagel. Hi, so it is day 2 of the reading rush, and it is currently 3:30 p.m. And I'm just updating it now because I've had a busy morning already, which hopefully you saw some of. To the Instagram challenge for today, it's to cosplay your book character. Because I did leave the house this morning, I was able to start reading Little Fires Everywhere. I'm like in chapter 2, I think, but I did start it. So Little Fires Everywhere is going to be the one that I read outside of my house for that challenge. But yes, so this is what I'm going to be trying to go for the Instagram challenge. Let's do that. And then after that, I have a couple of videos to film, and I need to edit and upload one today. So that's what I'll be doing probably for the rest of the day, and I might listen to Jane Eyre while I do that. That I did read some more of The Stars We Steal last night and this morning, and I think I'm about 20% of the way through. So let's do the Instagram challenge. Alright, so the videos have been filmed. Now I need to go edit my picture for Instagram and edit one of the 2 videos I filmed and get it up by today. So we've made it to the end of day 2 of the reading rush. And when I say the end, I mean the end because it's 11:30 p.m. So I ended up getting a tiny bit overwhelmed today. Meaning I did not get everything done I was hoping to get done. And long story short, my Tuesday video is hopefully going up on Wednesday, which is tomorrow, because I can't finish editing it before midnight. Anyway, let's talk about reading rush stuff. I did manage to complete the Instagram challenge for today, which you hopefully saw in this vlog already. Let's talk about where I'm at in my books. I have now started 3 of the 5 books on my TBR, and I've finished none of them. I think I'm farthest through Jane Eyre, which is the only audiobook on my TBR, so that's why. But I'm almost halfway through Jane Eyre. So far, I was really liking it in the beginning. It's getting kind of weird now. But I'm gonna keep listening to it and see where it goes. So I'm 9% of the way through Little Fires Everywhere. And I am 20% of the way through The Stars We Steal, just like earlier. And so the 2 books I haven't started yet are Again But Better, which I have started in the past but not during this readathon, and People Like Us, which I have also started in the past but not during this readathon. Weird. So I really do want to finish The Stars We Steal before I start another book. So we'll see. Tonight I'm probably going to read a little bit more of The Stars We Steal. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really into the story. I like the characters. I love like a fun YA romantic sci-fi kind of story. Sort of like, it gives me vibes of like These Broken Stars by Megan Spooner and Amy Kaufman, which is one of my favorite like sci-fi young adult romance stories. and so I'm really enjoying it. So I think that's it for now. I'm going to turn off all my lights and read a little bit and fall asleep. Read until I pass out. That is an advantage of reading ebooks, is that you don't need the lights on to read them. And you get to see my horribly messy high ponytail. So I will see you guys in the morning. I need you to do me a favor, Gizmo. Can you sit in this chair for a little bit? Sit. No. Come back. No, could you be more upset? Okay, thank you. So, hi, it's now day 4 of the reading rush. We're halfway through, about, and I have not finished a single book. I didn't update you at all yesterday either, so let's update now. In the Jane Eyre audiobook, I'm like exactly halfway through. In The Stars We Steal, I am 56% of the way through the book, so a little bit more than halfway through. And in Little Fires Everywhere, I am 14% of the way through. And those are the only 3 books I've started so far for the reading rush. I'm slowly but surely making my way through Little Fires Everywhere because it is the book I'm reading outside of my house. So anytime I leave the house, if I'm in the car, wherever, that's the one I start reading. So right now, I'm getting ready to leave the house in like an hour, a little bit less than an hour. We're going to go do some errands, I guess you could say. Basically, I'm going to Target, so hopefully I'll be able to vlog some of that. We are going to be safe, wearing masks, of course. Though I guess if I have some downtime when I'm out of the house, I will be picking up Little Fires Everywhere. If not, I will be reading The Stars We Steal when we get back. Also, for the Instagram challenge today, let me double check what it is because I think I know what it is, but then I could be wrong. It's to take a photo where your book and the background match, and I think I'm going to go with People Like Us for this one because it's the only physical book on my TBR, so it'll be easier to like take a picture against the background. And I think I can get away with just using something plaid as the background to match the skirts on the outfits, but we'll see. So yeah, I've just been kind of busy this week, so I haven't been doing any of the reading sprints on Instagram or Twitter or anything. I've been reading when I can read and updating you whenever I can. Yes, as soon as I finish The Stars We Steal, I will be starting this one. I will see you later in a bit. Welcome to the end of day 4 of the reading rush. I have finally finished a book. And so the first book I have completed for the reading rush is The Stars We Steal by Alexa Dunn. I gave this one 3 out of 5 stars. It was a fun read. I didn't like it quite as much as I liked Brightly Burning, which is another book from the same author, but I did still have fun reading it, and it was the perfect time for me to read it because I just read Persuasion last month. I am also 16% of the way through Little Fires Everywhere. I don't know if that's even any more than earlier. I read like half a chapter maybe, I think. And I have not listened to any more of Jane Eyre. I did manage to complete the Instagram challenge for today, and I completed it using People Like Us, and now that I have finished The Stars We Steal, I can start this one. It sounds right up my alley, so that's the next one I'm gonna start reading. As you saw in the blog, I did go shopping today. Target did not have any of the books I was looking for, and in their defense, I was looking for kind of older books, but I was hoping to find at least the paperbacks, and they didn't have them. So instead, I ended up buying 3 different kinds of tea. Possibly tomorrow, possibly the day after that, I will be taste testing a bunch of different types of tea. But yeah, I think that's all I have to update you on. So I'm going to start on this book. Hi, I'm back. So it is day 5 of the reading rush. It's like 10 a.m. right now. I have only gotten 1 chapter into People Like Us. I haven't read any of it since last night. And somehow, last night I forgot to mention the fact that Taylor Swift was dropping a whole new album at midnight. I have not listened to it yet, so I thought it would be fun to listen to it on the vlog. I don't know if I've mentioned it on my channel before. I probably have, but I am a fan of Taylor Swift. She's just an amazing writer. She always tells a story with her songs, and that's my favorite thing. I love stories, obviously. So her new album is called Folklore. It has how many songs? I know she released like all the lyric videos, which I'm really excited about because the most important part of a song for me is the lyrics. So if she releases the official lyric videos, I know what the actual lyrics are. So the first one is The One. This is gonna be so good. So The One is the first one. It's so good. I have a feeling the whole album is gonna be good. My favorite, I listened to it 1 time. I have to listen to the whole album a bunch of times before I can really decide on stuff. But my favorite line from listening to it once is probably the "In my defense, I have none." So good. Track number 2 is Cardigan. So, Cardigan. I love all of it except for the actual cardigan part of it. If that makes sense. If you listen to it, you might know what I mean. Is that the chorus? It's the only part that like repeats. But that's not my favorite part, but I love everything else. So number 3 is The Last Great American Dynasty. Such a story song. It's a story in 4 minutes. And the way it's switched from third person to first person is one of my favorite things Taylor Swift does. I think she did it in The Lucky One, maybe. So the next one is Exile. That was my favorite song so far. I love a duet. That was fantastic. And Another Story. And I love so many of the lyrics. I don't know if I could pick a favorite lyric. The one that's in my head right now is probably, I think I've seen this one before and I didn't like the ending. That is so good. And then this is my favorite one so far. I'm literally gonna listen to it again before I move on. So, and I love when it switches when she sings, I think I've seen this film before, so I'm leaving out the side door. And then when it's like they're having a conversation, when he says, "You never gave a warning sign," and she says, "I gave so many signs." Okay, so now we're on to track 5, which we all know what that means, but it's called My Tears Ricochet. Yep, that would be the track 5. Ugh, the line, "And I can go anywhere I want, just not home." So the next one is Mirror Ball. So far, possibly my least favorite, but I did enjoy the bridge of this one. And next we have 7, which is track 7. Okay, so I wasn't sure about that one at first, and by halfway through the song it grew on me. So it's weird. It's like a slow song and a fast song at the same time. So next up is August. I love that one from start to finish. The music reminds me just the tiniest bit of Big Yellow Taxi, and I love the beat of it. Oh, I could listen to that song over and over and over again, and I'm probably going to when I'm done with this. Number 9 is This Is Me Trying. Every single song is good. Okay. Favorite lines. Whenever she says, I have a lot of regrets about that. because, like, the first time it's said, it takes you from, like, reminiscing to present. It's just so good. And then it's repeated later on for something else, but it connects it. It's really good. Next up is Illicit Affairs. It's about exactly what you think it's about, but it's so much better than I thought it would be. The next one is Invisible String. Alright, so I think pretty is a good word to describe that one. It's such a, like, cute, fun concept. It's also, I think, the most personal one so far. Like, I don't know if it's true, but she definitely references herself within the song. I think most obviously is what I'm getting at. Is that how it opens up? Is that how the song starts? Just the fact that it starts with "what did you think I'd say to that?" It's so good. It's Epiphany. Well, that was the saddest one so far. And the next one is Betty. Another song that is a story. And what a story, and couple callbacks to other songs. Most obviously, the Cardigan reference. And the fact that it goes from "if I showed up at your party" to "I showed up at your party." It's so good. Also, a lot of names in the song, which is something that used to happen a lot in Taylor's earlier albums, I feel like. Not so much now, but this song in particular has a lot of names. The next one is Peace. Another one that is not one of my favorites. It might grow on me as I listen to the album more. And weirdly enough, I got Hamilton vibes from it. I don't know. It's probably just because I watched Hamilton recently. And so we're at track 16, which is the last one. And it's called Hoax. So, another sad one. And I don't know if she usually has a sad one to close out the album. But that was one. I do like it. It's just sad. And this album has it all. It's happy, sad, mad. So I have listened to these 16 tracks on the album, and it's really good. I mean, I don't think it beats out Red as my favorite. Red has been my favorite since it came out. Nothing has topped it. But it's definitely up there now. Moving on to reading things, which is why you're watching this vlog. I do have some chores to do, so which I have put off till 11:30 so that I could listen to this first, but it's worth it. It's definitely worth it. So I can, now the thing is, I can listen to Jane Eyre while I do them, which I'm still halfway through, or I might be listening to this album, I don't know. But either way, once that is done, I can settle down and I will either be heading outside to the backyard if the weather stays nice the way it is right now, to read Little Fires Everywhere, or I will settle in somewhere inside the house to read People Like Us. The Instagram challenge for today is to take a picture of a book stack. Usually I would probably try to do this with my TBR, however the only book I have a physical copy of from my TBR is People Like Us, so I can't really do that. So instead I'm thinking about scouring my shelves for books that match the Reading Rush colors and try to make a stack of books like that. Right now that's my plan. So we should probably do that now before it gets any later. I should listen. I'll listen to Jane Eyre. I'm putting Jane Eyre on right now, okay? Okay. So, the end of day 5, which means we only have day 6 and day 7 left, and I've only finished one book so far. I am currently 60 pages into People Like Us, 8 hours left on Jane Eyre, which if I listen to it twice as fast, it's about 4 hours, which could be 2 hours tomorrow and 2 hours on Sunday, or it could be 4 hours tomorrow. And then I also am still 16% of the way through Little Fires Everywhere because I did not leave the house today. I honestly don't think I'm gonna get to Again But Better again. I've had it on another TBR and I'm still not gonna get to it, but we'll see. But I don't think I'm gonna get to it during this readathon. But goals for tomorrow are to keep listening to, hopefully finish listening to Jane Eyre and finish reading this book and get outside to read Little Fires Everywhere. I also want to do my tea taste test and do the Instagram challenge, of course. I did do the Instagram challenge for today, so yeah, tomorrow's will also be pretty easy, but I still have no idea what I'm going to do for the last Instagram challenge. I think I have to see what other people are doing first because I have zero idea what I want to do for it. But yeah, I think that's it for now. I will keep you updated. Oh, I did manage to get a video up today, and I need to edit one for Sunday as well. It's day 6 of the reading rush, and to update you, I listened to like one more hour of Jane Eyre, so I'm at 7 hours. I listened to it for half an hour, but it's an hour, so I have 7 hours of that left so far, and I'm on page 68 of People Like Us. And that's it since last night. I did work on my video a bit last night, and I still need to work on it more today, so it'll be ready for tomorrow. And it's already almost 11 o'clock. The Instagram challenge is to take a picture of your reading fuel. And for me, that is tea. So we're doing the tea taste test today, throughout the day, not all at once. These are the teas that I bought on Tuesday when I ran errands, whatever day that was when we went to Target. So I have 2 from Tivana and one that is Simply Balanced organic tea. We have the Earl Grey cream, which is the one we're going to do first because it's the only one with caffeine. So I figured I would do it in the morning, and it's still the morning technically. For the 5 minutes while I'm waiting for that though, I could be reading my book. So, let's try this Tivana Earl Grey Cream flavored black tea blend with lavender and vanilla notes. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I probably will add a little bit of milk or creamer to it just so I can drink it faster. So yeah, I'm going to go set up my computer, work on my video, drink this tea, and listen to Jane Eyre, probably. Or folklore, I don't know. Should I give it a star rating? 4 out of 5 stars. So I will update you later because me editing a video in a video is boring. So I'll see you later. So it is now currently 1:30. So I thought it would be a good time to try and make my iced tea. So far, since I last updated you, I have been working on the video. I'm still working on it. It's just loading right now. And I have been listening to Jane Eyre, and I have about 4 hours left, which is 2 hours, really. So maybe today it'll be finished. It's so long. Am I liking the story? Yes. There's some stuff about it I really do not like, but there's parts of it that I'm enjoying. And I definitely have watched the movie because I pretty much know where the plot is going. Or maybe it's just because I read that book, but I think it's a mixture of both, that I've read a retelling and that I watched the movie, that I kind of know what's gonna happen. So yeah, so the last 2 hours are what I have left. But let's go make a beach themed iced tea. Hi, so I just wanted to do a very quick update to prove that I did end up making the iced tea, and it's really good as an iced tea. Oh, star rating? 5 out of 5 stars. So we have one more tea to try later today. It is currently, my watch is charging, but it's currently like 5:30 p.m. And the thunder and rain has already started, so I don't think I'm getting outside today. Other than that, I have about an hour left of Jane Eyre, so about half an hour of listening time, so I really could finish that today. I still am working on my video because my first try at it got blocked because of copyright, because I want to put some clips in it, which you'll understand if you see what my video is if I manage to get it up by Sunday. So I'm going to try a couple other things to see if it won't get blocked, and then if not, I'm just going to have to upload it without the clips. And so that's what's happening right now. I did read a couple more pages of People Like Us, but I haven't even hit 100 pages in that yet. So I don't know if Jane Eyre is going to be the last book I finish for this readathon, or if People Like Us is, but I don't think I'm going to be finishing Little Fires Everywhere, and I don't think I'm even going to be starting Again But Better. But anyway, right now I'm going to go watch the last episode of the K-drama I'm watching with my sister. The Instagram challenge for today, I still haven't finished because I don't really like either of the pictures I took. So I will update you later, probably when it's time to try the last tea. It is almost 11 p.m. the end of another day of the reading rush. My makeup's off, my pajamas are on, and it's time to taste the last tea. I haven't tasted it yet. It smells like, honestly, like gingerbread, like a dessert. So I put some whipped cream on it, but it's all melted now because I couldn't find the card for my camera in time. It tastes like gingerbread. It tastes so good. It's very cozy fall vibes. Seriously, I could see that as like a pumpkin spice flavor. I finished listening to Jane Eyre, so I finally finished my second book for the reading rush, and I don't even know how many pages that is. I will look at it tomorrow when I wrap everything up. I'm glad I finally finished it. It was weird in a lot of ways. I ended up on a 3 out of 5 star rating for Jane Eyre. We have one full night and one day until midnight left of the reading rush, and I am about a fourth of the way through People Like Us. I guess I will try to get outside tomorrow and read Little Fires Everywhere. Finish that book. I'm a little bit torn because I don't want it to be another book on my currently reading that I never get back to, so I would like to finish it during the reading rush. So do I give up on the challenge of reading it entirely outside and just bite the bullet and read it inside the house because I can't get out? Or do I still try to go outside? I don't know. We'll see how I feel about it tomorrow. I figured out a way to edit my video so that it did not get blocked yet. We'll see once it goes live. I don't know. I haven't really tried to put clips of other stuff in my videos before, so we'll see how that goes. I had to literally take all the sound out of it and put different music in the background and speed up the clip. I think I'm gonna sit here for just a bit and read a little bit of People Like Us. I'm starting to get into it. The interesting stuff is happening. It's pretty fast paced. There's a lot of dialogue, so that's good. So yeah, I'll read it hopefully till I finish this chapter at least that I'm in the middle of. Hi, welcome to day 7 of the reading rush, the last day. It is already 1:30 in the afternoon. Let's see, what can I update you on first? How much of that book did I read? Last night I managed to get to about the halfway point in People Like Us, and I left myself off on a cliffhanger. a bit. I'm on page 194, so if you have the book, if you've read the book, you might know what I'm talking about. I'm about to start chapter 14. I am enjoying it. Hopefully I'll be able to finish the second half today. Now, I said earlier in this vlog that I had no idea what I was going to do for the Instagram challenge for today. So I did a little research. I saw some other people's posts. I literally searched book art on Pinterest, and I decided to try to do the folding book art thing. I've never done it before, but I want to try it. I found a free pattern and a sort of tutorial video on YouTube, which I'll leave linked in the description, and I think it's going to take me a long time, so I was like, I should have saved my audiobook to listen to while doing this. So I have rented the audiobook for Little Fires Everywhere, and I'm giving up on the reading outside of your house challenge. I'm going to listen to the audiobook. The audiobook's about 12 hours long, so if I listen to it at 2 times speed, it's 6. If I listen to it at 3, it'll be about 4. So we'll see how much I need to concentrate to do the book folding. But if I don't need to use all of my brain power, I could listen to it at 3 times speed and maybe finish both of the books that I started. So my goal is to do what I need to do for the Instagram challenge, and listen to Little Fires Everywhere while I do that. And after that, to continue reading People Like Us until I finish it. It might come right down to the wire of midnight, I don't know. So yeah, let's get started on the book art because I have no idea how long that's gonna take. I have a feeling it's gonna be a long time.
By Celeste Ng. Read for you by Jennifer Flynn.
When the Meyer Davis van floated from New York, instead of a relaxing and moving lake, the view of the stashed on the cars was inward, as it had in all the family portraits that once hung in the stairwell and were now reduced to ash. Leslie, Tripp.
Alrighty, so it is the end of day 7 of the reading rush, which means it's the end of the reading rush. So this is going to be my last update for this vlog. I did do the book art and it came out so much better than I was expecting. And again, I will leave the link to the tutorial and pattern that I used in the description if you want to do it for yourself. And while I was doing that, I managed to listen to the entire audiobook of Little Fires Everywhere. So I did finish one more book for the readathon. That also means that I did not finish People Like Us. I am just a bit over halfway through. I am at the end of chapter 14, page 208. So I've read 208 pages of People Like Us. There's still an hour left in the readathon for me, but I'm not gonna read anymore today. I'm so tired. Will I continue reading this book after the readathon is over? Yes, I think so. I don't want to read anymore tonight. I managed to finish 3 books. Those were The Stars We Steal, Jane Eyre, and Little Fires Everywhere. Technically, Jane Eyre also works for the prompt of a book that takes place on a different continent than you. If I was doubling up, I'm not really paying attention to the prompts I completed. What were the prompts even? So there was that one. There was a movie you saw that's based off a book and you never read the book, and that was Jane Eyre as well. A book that starts with The Stars We Steal. And a book that's in a genre that you want to read more of, and that was Little Fires Everywhere. People Like Us was going to be the one for the first book you touch because it's the one I picked out of my TBR star jar. But let's add up the page totals. The Stars We Steal has how many pages? 400 pages. I'm going off what Goodreads says. Plus, because I read all these as audiobooks or ebooks. So Jane Eyre has 528 pages. And Little Fires Everywhere has 368 pages. And I don't know if I said this, but I ended up giving Little Fires Everywhere 4 out of 5 stars. So that leaves me with a total of 1,504 pages read during the week of the reading rush, which I don't think is too bad considering all the other stuff I did this week. This year for the reading rush, I was glad that there weren't everyday video challenges because I was too busy for them. So yeah, 3.5 books read during the reading rush. lots of Instagram challenges completed, plus I have this now, which I'm really happy about. So I think that's all I have to say about this readathon. Also, Folklore was released during the readathon, which was a great surprise. It has nothing really to do with the readathon, but I got to vlog about it because it happened at the same time. So yeah, if you like this video, you can let me know by giving it a like. I have new videos every Tuesday and Friday, so subscribe if you'd like to see more. Let me know in the comments how your reading rush went, or what your favorite like Instagram challenge from the reading rush this year was. My favorite is either this one, the book art one, even though I had no idea what I was going to do for it until today, or the pets one. The pets one was so fun to see everybody's posts, even if they weren't like actual pets, but even plants or stuffed animals. If you like readathons, I am planning to participate in the Disney-a-thon next month throughout all of August, and the TBR video for that will be coming out soon, so subscribe if you want to see that. I also am planning out some extra special Disney videos throughout August because Disney-a-thon is putting me in such a Disney mood, and all of the books on my TBR are going to be like Disney books or fairy tale retelling books. So yeah, so stay tuned for that. I'm excited for that. Thanks for watching. Bye. That's it. It's so fun to do this with it. Hi. You're a little bit short. We have to move on because I'm going to be here for 2 hours. Bye.